Hutchinson's Antigua Limited has a range of products to suit your every need. We are wholesale distributors of top quality brands. Use Beep, Shortax, Airwick, and Lysol products to make your home clean, sparkling, and germ-free. Keep your dogs happy and healthy with pedigree dog food. Hutchinson's Antigua Limited is located on Factory Road, St. John's. Visit or call us today at telephone 481-1550.
Hutchinson's is the proud sponsor of Chefs of Antigua.
Sing along now, my, what's cooking Antigua? What's cooking Barbuda?
Chef Nicole Dennis is well known for her cooking classes. Her style is Caribbean, but always with an interesting twist. Her classes are more like close friends sitting for a meal. So let's join Nicole at one of her classes as she prepares for us a seafood fantasy. Chef Nicole's in the house.
I'm Nicole, and this is Kim Lund, all the way from Denmark.
Thank you.
Today we are doing West Indian pumpkin soup, red snapper imperial with basmati rice and garlic green beans, and Kim is going to be doing chocolate cake with Sunquick orange.
Yes.
So we're starting with the dessert first, so everything's done by the time we finish. So take it away.
Thank you very much. So if I shortly should introduce my ingredients, that would be sugar, some softened butter. I'm going to melt some chocolate. I've got some eggs, some milk, of course some quick orange. Got some baking powder, white flour, and some cocoa powder. First I'm going to start melting some chocolate. I've got a bittersweet chocolate. You can choose whatever chocolate you like. I prefer to use a bittersweet chocolate because of the bitterness of the chocolate. So I have got some boiling water. So I'm going to take half of this, put it into here, and put it on the pan with boiling water. Just melt it. So now I'm going to take the sugar, put it into a like this. Take the softened butter. One. And three. I'll just use a scraper just to make sure that I've got all of it. I'm just making sure that this is uniform. I should do it like this.
Let's see.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is that I will add the liquids. I will add it little by little. I'll add 4 eggs, but I will add them one by one. And then stir a little bit. It's important that you add the eggs one by one, because if you add all the eggs or if you add all the liquids all at once, you will not end up with a uniform mix. So we have to add it little by little. That's 3 eggs, so 1 more to go. thank you for cracking it.
Oh, you're welcome.
So. This is a standard fat reduced 2% milk. You can choose whatever milk you like. If you like to use a skimmed milk, you can use a skimmed milk. You can use a whole milk.
Because they have a whole milk, full fat.
Full fat, you can also use a full fat milk, yes. So it's not that important. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of this quick orange. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm going to add the chocolate. I'm just going to add it like this. Okay. So this should do. Yes, I'm going to use the scraper. Just to show that it's very runny. You can see that the chocolate is in the liquid mix. So I'm actually going to add the baking powder into the flour. Going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Like this. So I'm going to sift the dry ingredients into the liquids. I'm sifting it because in that way I can make sure that there are no lumps in it.
Do you want the measuring spoon?
Yes, that would be nice. Make it a little easier. So, this should do. So, ready to be mixed again with a spatula, and then mix it again. So now it just needs to mix for 1 or 2 minutes, and you don't need to aerate it or anything, you just need to make sure that it's uniform.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's starting to look nice. At least it's starting to look like a chocolate cake.
Like a chocolate cake, yeah. Because I always cream my butter and the sugar, and then, so you're teaching me a new way to make it?
Yes, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can teach you some new tricks, because you are very skilled at this.
Thank you.
Also at this. So now I'm going to put it in a small tray with baking paper. You can also choose, to make it greasy instead of adding baking paper, but I think it's easier to use baking paper, so you're completely sure that the cake will not get stuck.
So would you grease and flour it, or just grease?
I would just grease it. That should be enough.
No,
No, because I'm using the baking paper. So if I didn't use baking paper, I would need to grease it. Or alternatively, flour it up.
I thought you needed to grease the baking paper as well.
Nope,
Oh,
it shouldn't be needed for this. Or at least, hopefully not.
Like famous last words. Well, that's how recipes are made, right?
Yes. So, here we are. Now this needs to go into the oven at 350 for approximately 30 minutes. So let's do that. Alright, I have the oven for you. Thank you.
So now we're going on to the soup. I've preheated the pan, and we're gonna saute peppers and onions, celery and carrots.
Hello, I am Jacqueline Johnson, the wedding guru of MarryCaribbean.com.
Want to know the best hotel, the best destination, the best service providers in the industry, the best shopping experience? From Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Tobago, the British Virgin Islands, and the United States Virgin Islands.
MarryCaribbean.com.
My family security is very important to me. That's why I insure.
My son's safety is very important to me. That's why I insure.
I want quick, prompt, and courteous service. That's why I choose General Insurance. Why don't you feel secure and insure?
Feel secure, insure with General Insurance.
Chef's World is dedicated to all those who love to cook. We have kitchen gadgets, professional ranges, refrigerators, chef's uniform, glassware and plateware. Visit Chef's World. We're located at Gamble's Medical Center, Friars Hill Road. Chefs of Antigua use Sunquick.
For the base of the soup, we're sauteing onions, celery and carrots. And when they become translucent, we're going to caramelize the pumpkin, which is behind me. And then add the liquid, and I like to add a little bit of sweet potato, which helps thicken the soup and also adds a little bit of sweetness if the pumpkin isn't sweet. A meal's never complete without garlic.
Of course not.
So we'll just add some garlic.
So you're taking like 2 cloves of
2
garlic?
cloves, yeah.
Yeah.
And where's my knife?
I can do with this one, if you want to.
Thank you. Very good. So now we're going to add the pumpkin. I like to add the pumpkin so it caramelizes a little bit and brings out the sweetness before we start boiling it. You could scoop that along. Add some salt.
Oh, it smells so delicious.
Is it? Did it taste good?
Yeah, I can't wait to taste it.
So we're going to let just let it sit so it caramelizes on the bottom for a little bit, and then we'll add chicken stock and the sweet potato.
Fantastic.
It's usually good. Are we going to put on the oven? So I've already cooked the basmati rice, and I've blanched the green beans. So what we're going to do when we're ready to eat is just rewarm the green beans with some garlic and olive oil.
Sounds delicious.
And we're steaming along, so I'm going to add the chicken stock.
Yep.
And we'll just cover it and move on to something else. And if you want to add the sweet potatoes.
Yes, of course. So for this you're just adding a liquid chicken stock.
Liquid chicken stock.
No chicken cubes or anything?
No,
just the liquid
no,
one.
just the
Yes.
stock. And then I'm going to add some thyme.
Yep.
We're going to bring it to a boil and then cover it and let it simmer until the vegetables are cooked. And then we'll blend it. Ta-da. Okay.
And you're just placing one big stock of thyme into
Thyme,
this?
yeah, just
Not diced like in Europe, just one big stock?
No, just throwing
Yes.
one big bush in, and then right before we puree it, we'll take it out.
Remove it, yes.
So the leaves will come off.
Fantastic.
Okay, alrighty. So, we're gonna move on to preparing our fish. So 8-ounce portions of snapper fillets. And we're gonna season them with some salt and pepper, or Creole seasoning if you want. Lightly dust them. And we're just gonna put them in the pan to kind of seal them a little bit. Then we're gonna put them in a baking dish and top them with the imperial dressing. So I'm seasoning.
And the fish here was snapper. Could you
The
use another
snapper.
type of fish as well?
You can use any white fish. I prefer to use snapper because it's local.
But for this dish, you would definitely prefer a white fish.
A white fish,
Yes.
yes.
So if I was going to make this in Europe, I would probably go for a codfish, perhaps.
Yeah, probably like a pollock.
Yeah.
But you could probably more than likely get snapper fillets.
Yes, yes,
Or you
definitely,
want-
definitely. And the oil on the pan would be a vegetable oil?
I've
or-
just used, yes, a regular vegetable oil because we want to keep the clean flavors and be
Yes.
able to pick up everything. So, we're gonna do- If you have a pan that's big enough and can withstand the temperature of the oven, you can do everything, top it, and then just put the pan in the oven one time.
So how long time do you fry them for until
No.
they're like golden brown?
No, we're not really. We're going to finish off the cooking in the oven.
Just on the surface, more or less.
Like a very slight
Yes.
sear. We don't even want it to brown. So I'm going to turn them now, so that's the way you want it to look.
Yes.
Count to 3 and then I'm going to take them out.
It's very delicious already.
So,
And the pan, did you turn that up on full heat or medium heat?
it's on, well, I heated it up and then it's on about a medium heat.
Okay.
Because we don't really want it to brown or sear.
So you're using it more or less to sort of seal the meat?
Seal the
Yeah.
meat, yeah. That's it, yeah. Because I think more a sear will kind of brown it. Okay, yes. That is what. Cool. Okay. So now we're going to add the imperial dressing. The crab dressing that we made, it's a pound of crab meat with finely diced celery, onions, bell peppers, and it's pulled together with mayonnaise. And so I made it ahead of time and put it in the fridge to set. And what I'm going to do is top the fish fillets, and we're going to stick it in an oven, 375, for about 10 to 15 minutes until the fillets are cooked through.
Sounds delicious.
So, it's a very rich.
So just one of each? Or one
Well, I'm just making sure that I have a little bit on everyone, and then I'm just going to mound it on.
Yeah?
It's a very rich, enjoyable dish. I'm trying to be dainty. It's almost like having a crab cake on top of a fish fillet.
Yeah?
Do you want to try it?
Yes, of course. I would like to try.
Try and put some on.
If I can.
Yep.
So, just like this, perhaps?
Yep.
So, it's not that complicated.
No.
Even I can do it.
Pretty straightforward. Oh, please. Excellent.
So, just one more to go.
One more.
So,
if you have a little bit of dressing left over or the imperial mix, what I like to do is just put it in a crock and you can bake it, and it's nice to have on the side.
Brilliant.
So we're going to check on the pumpkin soup and the cake.
Yep,
and
we're going
put
to
this
check
in
the cake as
oven.
well.
Okay, excellent. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. So now I'm going to check the cake to see whether it's baked. Checking it with a knife. Just to make sure that nothing is attached to the knife. If nothing is attached to the knife, then it's done. So, this is done. All it needs now is to cool down a little bit, and then I will use a tool to make some small, round chocolate cakes.
Cool. Okay, so we put these in the oven, 375 for 15 minutes until the fish is cooked through. Thank you. And we'll set the timer so we don't forget.
Set the timer for how long time, did you say?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Well, the pumpkin, the soup's almost ready.
Yeah.
The pumpkin's starting
looks very delicious
to break down. All we need to do is blend it, and then we're good to go.
Fantastic. Cool.
I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, me neither. So now I'm going to whip some cream for the chocolate cake. I am using a heavy cream with a 40% milk fat. So that should do. You can also use like a regular whipping cream, but a heavy cream with at least a 40% milk fat should do. So that's what I'm going to whip now. Just going to take roughly half a liter. Without no additives at all. So, of course, if you want to add a little bit of extra orange taste, you can add a little bit of the St. lemon into this. I don't think that it's needed because you already have the lemon or the orange taste, in the chocolate cake. But if you would like an additional orange taste, you can add a little bit of the St. orange into this whipped cream. If you do, wait until the cream is whipped before you add the St. because otherwise you might stir the aeratedness of the cream. So wait until it's aerated. So.
Okay, excellent.
Just like this. Ready.
So do you want to stick it in the freezer or the fridge?
In the fridge, yes, until the cakes are ready.
Okay, excellent. I've heated up some olive oil, and I'm going to add some garlic to extract the flavor of the garlic. And then I'm going to toss the green beans and add some salt. So we don't want the garlic to brown. We're just trying to extract the flavor in the into the oil, and then we're going to add the green beans.
Again, to extract some more flavor.
Extract more flavor, and all we're doing is just reheating the beans, so should be done in about now. The final touches to the soup, all we have to do is fish the pieces of thyme out and blend it, and I prefer to use a hand blender, as opposed to using a blender when you blow the kitchen up. So,
so a hand blender should do.
Gonna hand blend it. So here we are. Good. We'll just blend it up.
The fish as well smells very, very delicious. Looks very good.
Thank you.
And you can still see the red color from the crab.
Yes. So we're just going to let it rest for 5 minutes while we plate everything, and then it's time to eat.
So while this rests, I can actually cut the chocolate cake.
Yes.
So I'm taking the cake, taking it out of the tray, and turning it upside down. So see, it comes off very easily.
Nice.
Nothing stuck in the paper. So I'm just going to take my shape and just carefully stick them up with this. So, yeah. So, and you can see there's nothing left on the tools as well.
Right, that's nice and clean cut.
And I don't have to, grease the tool or anything. It comes off very easily. So, still a few left to go. A little more cold, a little more chilled. Then we can add the whipping cream. If we add the whipped cream onto the cakes, because the cakes are still a little warm,
to touch.
It will melt.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for this to get completely cold. What we can do for them to get chilled is that we can put them in the fridge or the refrigerator for about 5 minutes.
Do we need to wrap them?
No, not really, because I would actually like the surface to be unwrapped so it can get rid of the heat as fast as possible. So now I'm going to put the heavy cream on top of the cakes. Just like this. And I'm going to add a little bit of cocoa powder on top, just to make the final touch. Here we go.
My family security is very important to me. That's why I ensure.
My son's safety is very important to me. That's why I insure.
I want quick, prompt, and courteous service. That's why I choose General Insurance. Why don't you feel secure and insure?
Feel secure, insure with General Insurance.
Chefs of Antigua use Sunquick.
We have the starter, which is the pumpkin soup. The snapper imperial with basmati rice and garlic green beans, and the chocolate orange Sunquick cake.
Yes.
So, Quinn Ferrara has recommended using the cupcake Sauvignon Blanc to accompany the meal. And let's eat.
Let's eat.
Thank you.
It looks very delicious. I can't wait to eat.
I can't wait to eat the cake. Thanks.
Sing along now, my, what's cooking Antigua?